Health is a primary concern as it is very much important how you live and how long you live. You can live with several ailments in your body or you can be fittest. Once you are healthy, the benefits are not only in your life but also there is a tremendous impact on others. I have seen people in corporate life when they are very busy earning their livelihood through very busy schedules, and ultimately amount of money earned during the span is spent on medicines and hospitalization. When you are sick, you are not only fearful but also give an undeniable bundle of worries to your family. But when you invest your money and time towards health and fitness, you are not only happy, but your contribution may be extended to your country and service you render to the society. Every single bite of food you eat is impacting your genetic expression. Therefore, the quality of your food should be selected in such a way so that their ingredients should provide an ample quantity of vitamins and minerals. Recently, the studies have been revealed by the effects of specific food on genes. Tiny bits of generic material called microRNAs can make their way from the food you eat into the bloodstream and change how your genes are expressed. According to a law and new study, a team of Chinese scientists found tiny bits of white rice microRNA floating around in people's blood after a meal. When they looked at what was happening on cellular level, they found that the microRNAs are changing gene expression, decreasing level of receptors that filter out LDL, that is bad cholesterol. When the scientists have mice both rice and a chemical to block the microRNAs, their levels of that receptor turn to normal, showing that the microRNAs were not just swimming through the bloodstream but acting on the genes in the animal cells. Hollywood trainer Janet Jenkins has rightly said, every living cell in your body is made from a food you eat. If you consistently eat junk food, then you will have a junk body. A few days back, I was sharing my views to fellow managers on my speech about the importance of health as following. Steve Jobs has one of the biggest empires. He established and produced several products useful to society. He produced an iPhone, iPad, iPod, iCloud, etc. Every 10 seconds, the company produces a genuine piece that was highly appreciated by the consumers. It is believed that if only his products are put together in the form of heap, it will rise to height just like that of Eiffel Tower. The worth of his company is $1.3 trillion, that is equal to GDP of 130 countries. It means he could control a century of countries due to its financial status. He worked professionally in such a way that he conquered the objectives he desired that was worth next 200 years. But unfortunately, my dear friend, he left for heavenly abode at the age of 55 years due to the detection of metastatic pancreas neuroendocrine tumor. If he had lived for 100 years of his age, you cannot imagine the contribution to the society he would have rendered. Recently, an American lifestyle blogger, world famous designer and writer, Kirzada Rodriguez, was diagnosed with stomach cancer. She candidly and often very stylishly shared her battle with her almost 500,000 Instagram followers. The popular Instagram blogger died at the age of 40 years. She inspired so many people across the world. She was not only an icon but an amazing daughter, mother, and friend. Instagram fans were broken to see her living, but they knew she was no longer in pain and could rest in peace. Fans would have more fun, enjoyment, and happiness, but she could not survive. Happiness and enjoyment of company of her must have been much more if she had good health. So my friend, invest your time and money to be fittest so that you can not only be physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually happy, but your contribution may play a vital role in society. There are 78 organs in our human body. 2 were added recently. There is a total of vital 80 organs and trillions of cells finally give rise to the individual body. The lifespan of these organs is believed to be a couple of centuries, but due to our bad habits and inadequate food organs, we are lessening their lives and ultimately fall sick and leave this planet before considerable maturity. It was energized with 2 books in my life by $1 Million Habits by Brian Tracy and The 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. Brian Tracy said, if you form a good habit for a month, you can form 12 habits in a year. Think about your richness if you continue for next 5 years. The 5 AM Club spoke about victory hours early morning. When you get up at 5 am and prepare your body with exercise, meditation, yoga and music so well that the stresses you are going to face during the rest of your day cannot defeat you, as your psychosomatic structure is well prepared for the hurdles and shocks you are going to face. Emotional health is a state of positive psychological functioning of human beings. It is an extension of one's mental health. It is believed to be outcome of thoughts, feelings and behaviors that make up both our inner and outer worlds. The consequences of one's emotional health depends upon the generalized behavior of an individual. I want to explain it through an example. Suppose you are riding a motorcycle and all of a sudden a car is passing by you at very high speed. You have narrowly escaped the dangerous situation. You get very much annoyed. With a full throttle of the lever of your bike, you hurriedly trying to catch up and dash to a truck and landed in nearest hospital for treatment or may die on the way. Another positive side of situation may be as following. The car passed at the very high speed, but you stopped and thought for a while. There must be some emergency and therefore the rider must be running in a high speed to reach the hospital for his nearest relative. Although it may not be true, in either case, if you are calm and quiet, you may be saved from spontaneous disaster. In his book, The Success Principles, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be, the Jack Canfield has given the formula E plus R is equal to O. That means Event plus response is equal to outcome. In this formula, the E is fixed, but R is variable. There is a particular response to the stimuli you have. The response may be positive or negative according to your way of thinking and mind patterns, and therefore the outcome varies respectively. One time, very famous American singer, musician and actor Elvis Aaron Presley is regarded as one of the most important and significant cultural icon of the 20th century and is often referred to King of Rock and Roll or simply the King. Energized interpretation of songs and sexually provocative performance style combined with this singularly potent mix of influences across color line during a transformative era in race relations that led him to great success. Elvis had a net worth of $20 million in 1977. His favorite cars included Pontiac, Eldorado, Pantera, Cadillac, Limousine, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz, etc. He drove his cars to the set of his movie sites. He used his travel by his privately owned jets. It is hard to believe it's been nearly 5 decades since the Elvis Presley died. The rock and roll legend was just 42 years old when he tragically passed away on August 16, 1977. Elvis is in one of his bathrooms of his Graceland mansion in Memphis. When he suffered a heart attack and collapsed on the floor at approximately 2 p.m., he was miserably and lonely despite his popularity. His fans wished he would have lived, contributed much more to society if he would have not become a drug addict. Something about neuroassociations. Ellington Linne, a science-loving educator and coach, recently told that when it comes to the human brain, what gets fired together gets wired together. Our brain is constantly making new neuroassociations, whether we are aware of it or not. Neuroassociations are the links that are created between what you experience and the emotions and thoughts connected with it. Experiences that elicit positive emotions such as happiness or joy, fire and wire positive neuroassociation in your brain. On the other hand, if your experiences elicit negative emotions such as sadness, guilt or anger, your brain will fire and wire and negative neuroassociations alongside it. So, when it comes to your productivity, efficiency and habits, it is less about what you are doing and more about who you are being while you do it. The specific behavior of human being is derived from their previous experiences. During master of my studies about abnormal behavior, I came across a study of 14-year boy who used to close windows and doors frequently due to fear and panic. With the free association techniques, it was inferred that his parents used to fight and manhandled each other during his early childhood days. Meditation and yogas are very much useful in all the conditions. Human has psychosomatic structure and therefore any good or bad effects on their mind has a direct impact on the body and vice versa. Various yogic exercises are beneficial to the mind and body and also improves the functionality of muscles and bones. If mudras are practiced along with yoga, it will be an added advantage of physical and mental health. Meditation has a profound effect on the holistic health of the human being. Mind and body practices focus on the interactions among the brain, mind, body, and behavior. There are so many effects of meditation on physical health. When you meditate, the functions of most of the organs are regulated in a better way. It increases blood flow to the brain with the help of which memory and attentions are improved. The heart rate and the blood pressure of the meditator decreases and reduces the unnecessary pressure on arteries and heart. Meditation enhances the immune system and reduces stress. It enhances the secretion of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Both of these are ultimately helping to control moods. Meditation is mental exercise that trains attention and awareness. Its purpose is often to curb reactivity to one's negative thoughts and feelings that may be disturbing, upsetting, and hijack attention from moment to moment are invariably fleeting. The function of nervous system enhances when meditation is practiced regularly. With the increased duration of meditation, emotional stability is increased and learning capacity and retentions are elevated. Apart from physical and mental benefits, if meditation is made a part of life, it transforms a person into spiritual well-being, ultimately developing the person concerning compassion, sympathy, and humbleness. In the end, I want to sum up with two things. Form a habit and habit will form you. And second, you are what you repeatedly do. Thank you.